This is your WCIA 3 forecast first.
A definitely warm day today, but not as hot as what it has been over the weekend. We have temperatures right now, for the most part, in the lower 80s. It's 79 in Watsika is pretty nice. 82 in Danville, 83 in Champaign. Off to the west, a little bit warmer. We have an 87 in Springfield. And again, a lot of sunshine out there. That's our view from Gibson City and our Gibson Area Hospital Health Services weather camera on our Flooring America iNet. Looks great out there. Very comfortable today, relatively speaking, because of the winds coming in out of the north. Sometimes a little breezy at times, gusting around 20 miles an hour. So our planner for the rest of the evening, we've still got clear skies. Temperatures tonight fall down into the low 60s. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 5.
Everybody must step up. Not somebody, everybody.
A passionate plea from someone who's lived in Champaign for decades. He says something has to be done to stop the recent rise in gun violence. Good evening, I'm Jennifer Roscoe. Another weekend has ended in Champaign with news of another shooting. And it's been that way for at least 3 weeks. WCIA 3's Sarah Lehman is live in Champaign on Bradley Avenue. And Sarah, that's been a hot spot.
Yeah, Jennifer, neighbors here say they're tired. 3 of the last shootings over the past few weeks have been right here up and down Bradley Avenue. And one neighbor tells me it's time for people to take action and stop the violence. Albert Like has lived in this area in Champaign for more than 40 years. He says he raised his children here and he loves the area. Like says he walks down to businesses here on Bradley every day. During the day, he says he has no issues. He says it should be the same at night, and he says it starts with you.
So what can we do? Talk to your people. Explain life is more important. Your children deserve to play in this weather today.
Now, the latest crime was last night at Providence and McKinley. A 17-year-old was shot in the chest. He is expected to survive. Police found 14 shell casings in the apartment parking lot. Now, I sat down with Champaign City Councilman to talk about what they're doing here in the city to try and help this. And coming up at 6, you'll hear from him about that. Jennifer?
Now, Sarah, is there a connection between these shootings?
Yeah, Jennifer, so I talked with the Champaign Police Department and asked just that. They say they are between people who know each other, and they say the shootings are happening because of retaliation for something that might have happened in the past, or even because of social media disputes. Jennifer?
All right, Sarah, thank you so much. We'll see you again at 6. Now, another man in Champaign is working on how to stop the shootings. Jerome White is a community navigation manager with Illinois Legal Aid Online. That's a paralegal group focused on educating and providing resources to lower-income communities. He says gun violence will continue to be a problem if more people don't commit to directly helping those communities.
What's going on today with this gunplay, with this violence, with these murders, it's nothing new. You can look at its stats, show that it's nothing new.
6, we'll hear more about his solutions to tackle gun violence. And this isn't just a Champaign problem. Danville police are investigating 2 weekend shootings. They happened fewer than 24 hours apart. The first was near Garden Drive and Bowman Avenue. Police say a 30-year-old man was shot in the chest. He was treated and released. Police also responded to Main and Cronkite for shots fired. They found out a 24-year-old man showed up at the hospital. He was hit in the arm and chest. He told police he was outside with friends when he heard the shots, and they rushed him to the hospital. Urbana police need your help with the shots fired investigation. This one happened at the Walgreens on Philo Road last Monday. We told you about it. When officers got there, they saw the main entrance had been hit by gunfire. They also found several shell casings. Police say 2 men were seen running from the area after being approached by a dark-colored sedan. Police believe the shooter was inside. If you know anything, call police. A massive fire at a chemical plant in Brockton is expected to burn for days. Look at that fireball. This broke out this morning after an explosion. Brockton, just north of Rockford in Winnebago County. People within a 1-mile radius of the fire had to evacuate. That black, thick smoke could be seen for miles. The fire chief says because of the plant's products are mostly oil-based, it's best to let the fire burn instead of pouring water on it.
As far as a start or a cause of what created this this catastrophic incident, we don't know yet. everything is still under investigation. But the main thing that I do want to tell you that the plant was evacuated.
70 workers were able to get out safely before crews got there. One firefighter was hurt. Mayors and unions are pleading with Governor Pritzker to keep the biggest coal-fired plant in the state alive. The governor wants to close down Prairie State over the next 14 years. Our Capitol Bureau Chief Mark Maxwell got an exclusive look inside that plant today. He's live in Springfield tonight. Mark, 1,600 workers are fighting to save their jobs.
Jennifer, environmental groups point to just how much pollution comes from that Prairie State coal-fired plant and say it has to stop. But the 1,600 workers plus that live in and work in that area point to the sheer volume of power that they supply for the electric grid. They warn that taking all of that reliable coal-fired power offline could destabilize the electric grid. Prairie State's a massive nonprofit plant that mines and burns its own coal on site there, using some of the industry's leading technology in storing and scrubbing out many of those toxic chemicals before it reaches the sky.
In my mind, if Prairie State wasn't here, I don't think we'd have grid stability. If we shut down, I think we'll have blackouts. I think we'll have the cost of power will be increased dramatically. People won't be happy, and I think Prairie State has a bright future.
I know this place is in the process of possibly getting carbon capture installed, and you know that could be leading for future with coal possibly.
The plant spent more than $1 billion installing some of those coal ash lined pits to keep the storage safe and to scrub some of those toxic chemicals out. They're also spending $15 million now studying ways they might capture up to 95% of that carbon dioxide, those greenhouse gases that spill into the sky. There are massive implications for a big vote coming tomorrow and Wednesday here in Springfield, both for the environment and for the economy. We could see higher electric bills. We could see higher property taxes, especially in 36 cities and towns, including Rantoul and others across central Illinois, who pooled their money to go in and basically invest to create this Prairie State plant downstate. If that comes offline by 2035, many of those cities and towns would have to be still paying off that debt while also going out to shop for new energy on the market somewhere. We'll have a lot more on this tonight at 6 and throughout the week as they debate this issue in Springfield. Jennifer?
Lots to unpack there, Mark. All right, thank you so much. Today is Flag Day, and on this day in 1777, the Second Continental Congress adopted the Stars and Stripes for its flag. Celebrations took place all over central Illinois. One of those was a Flag Day program. It was held by the Daughters of the American Revolution Alliance. 3 students from Next Generation School were honored. 2 read their award-winning essays revolving around the Boston Massacre.
It's important, I think, now to remember our history and our past, and to be able to honor that and preserve it and keep those ideals alive.
The organization focuses on education, historic preservation, and patriotism. Researchers say this heat could be making COVID spread more slowly, why they're worried about what comes next. Plus, the Catholic Church has faced hundreds of sexual abuse accusations. Who says that number is actually much higher?